Hey y'all. So today, this board dirty. Today, I want to come and talk to you guys about something that don't zoom in. I don't want you to zoom in.
It's okay. It looks, I got this.
Something that I've been experiencing. Yet I didn't know that I was quite experiencing it, but I recently came to the realization that I've been experiencing it with the help of someone. So, you're making me nervous.
Okay, let me move.
Thank you though. So I just had like such a beautiful experience tonight, and I would put quotation marks around beautiful because I can say it's beautiful all day long, but truth is, it can come with a lot of emotions, or it did come with a lot of emotions, but at the same time, it's really something that awakened me in a way, awakened me to something new about myself. It just allowed me to discover something new and beautiful about the journey that I'm on. So I might venture into a few different topics, but self-conquering, conquering oneself, conquering yourself, and channeling that through amongst different other things. So tonight, actually a couple hours ago, I just went through an experience that was new for me. Something that really opened my eyes to a certain area in my life that I was lacking in. And I will use was because it's in the past, even though that I am on this continual journey or going through the process of unlearning, undoing, and just rediscovering and redefining myself. So, yeah. So more recently, I've been on, well, by me saying more recently, like a couple of months ago, but let me go all the way back. So, the beginning of this year, meaning April of this year, 2022, I found out or discovered, I won't say found, I discovered my purpose and why I'm here, why and how I was created and who I came from, and all of that. So there was an experience in my life that like literally sat me down, and that experience taught me my purpose and what I was created for, what I was created to do. So that was in April, and that was so new for me, so different. And one day I'm gonna get into that story, but the reason or the way that I did discover my purpose was because during that time I was, how do I word it? It's kind of difficult to explain, but during that time I was just going through life. I was just living day to day, going through life like an average person, like a normal person, which is not a bad thing. Going to school, going to work, or actually having just graduated from college, but going to work, kind of going into quote unquote career, something that I really wanted to do, something that I have a passion for. So I was getting into that, diving deeper into that, and it just felt like to me, I don't know if it was a feeling or I don't know if it was more so my spirit telling me that I wasn't doing anything. Like, yeah, physically I was going to the gym, I was going to work, but to me, I felt like, or something was telling me that I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't doing anything to move me forward, to progress myself. And in that, the people that I was around, I wasn't able to be a benefit to them. I wasn't able to, I would help people around me do different things or help them just through a word or through action, but I wasn't able to fully help them because I didn't know what I was even doing myself. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. So I'm just going through life, living day by day. Like an average person. Nothing wrong with that, and that's how we all start. So, but at the same time, I wasn't really adding value because I didn't know my value. I didn't know what was within me in order to walk in that, to exemplify that. So that happened. So around that time, I discovered myself, discovered more of my purpose, and I won't say I found my purpose because we really don't have to find our purpose. We are already given our purpose. We just have to discover it, you know. And we also may go through we may also go through experiences where we have to redefine that, circle back to what our initial purpose is and things like that. So fast forward to now, the last couple months or the last month or so, I've just been finding it really difficult to be confident and be bold in who I am. So now that's the first step. That's the first thing. Knowing who you are, knowing why you are created, knowing who you were created to be, who you are created to be. Knowing that, but then also contributing how you live in that, how you live your life according to that. Knowing who you are, but living your life parallel to who you are. So now, well, before today, since April of this year, something that I discovered through life experiences that I struggled with was being confident in who I am. So previously, before, I didn't really know. Yeah, we all have an idea of who we are. I didn't fully know who I was, so I wasn't able to live that out. I wasn't able to be all that I am created to be all that I need to be for other people, and for myself as well. But so in that, you can kind of be a hindrance to other people when you don't know yourself. You can pull other people down. You can drag other people down without even knowing. You can kind of be in a way. It might sound harsh, but you can kind of be in a way of other people when you don't really know what you're supposed to be doing. When you don't really know what area you're supposed to be dominating in. So after discovering that about myself, I kind of began to get in the way of my own self. I kind of, and I'm saying kind of, but because at times we don't really want to admit, but being in the way of your own self is like so tremendous, and it can really like be detrimental to yourself and to other people, of course. But you have to be at a point where you're your full self. Not one day you wake up and you remember what you're created for, what you are supposed to be doing. But then some days or another day you might wake up and you just live in that old self, or you move how you used to move. You do things that don't really serve other people's purpose or your self purpose. And trust me, that whole journey can be very difficult. And a lot of different things may be a little easier for some people, and some other things may be a little more difficult. But some people have similar struggles. So with me is, after discovering my purpose, I kind of doubted myself, and that might not even be like the best term or the best way to say it in. It might sound contradicting because it is possible, at least for me, I can speak from my own experiences. It is possible to know yourself, but to not fully walk in it. And it might be confusing because it's like, how do you know yourself? How does somebody know themselves but not walk in it? Not really live up to their full potential. So it's like, now I'm at a point And today really was an eye-opener for me because even though it may hurt, even though it may be very, very difficult to navigate, there's still situations where it's like, what am I doing that's holding me back? What am I doing that can be pushing me forward, but it's instead pulling me down, pulling me back? And a lot of times we like to pinpoint and say that it's other things, but it's actually sometimes your own self. It's yourself. And that's what I discovered today. And sometimes you need people to tell you that. And it's not always, I know our natural instinct is to, when somebody tells us something or gives us constructive criticism or tells us something that we could be doing better or something that we aren't doing enough, our natural instinct is to fight that, to reject that, to just fight back, and to kind of like put it on that other person, or to put it on the person that's telling you what you need to be better at. Especially the people that's close to you. That can be very important because that's how you grow. You know, you grow through the pressure, through the difficult times, not through the sunny days, the highs, or just being praised. Yes, that's helpful, but we grow through the things that look the ugliest, you know? So for me, it's been quite the journey. Not things that are the way according to my liking or how I want things to be, but it definitely has helped me a lot. So I'm just here to kind of like share my experience and the things that I've been through to help somebody else, because somebody else could be going through something that they might not even fully know, or they may not even know at all. Some things that people may know, or somebody might be hearing this and they can relate fully to this. So today was just nice to be able to go through that experience and to see different. That's the thing. We always, or when I say we, I'm just using that as in general, but I'm really talking to myself while I'm talking to y'all. But it's things that we like to, and this is good though, there can be pros and cons to it, because we like to pinpoint the things that are good about ourselves, but we also need to be at a place, be at a space where we can pinpoint the things that aren't so good, and find glory in those things, but also find ways to correct those things, to fix those things, to be better, to improve in those areas. So I just wanted to make this video to share a little bit about my journey so far, to share a little bit about my experiences, and yeah, just let people know. Let people know what's going on. And I would like to hear some of your ideas, some of the things that you may be experiencing, some of the things you might have experienced in the past, if you feel comfortable enough to open up. To talk about those things, things that you have overcame, things that may be holding you back right now, maybe from other people, being limited by yourself, and things like that. So it's quite the journey. It's definitely not easy, but don't ever say that you cannot do it, because it can be done. Whatever it is, you can move forward. You can move past those things, whether it's your own thoughts, whether it's believing the things that people say about you, those little whispers in your head that may serve you no purpose, but it definitely can be defeated. You can get past this. So thank you for listening. I invite you to share your ideas, share your insights, share your thoughts. But yeah, thank you so much, and have a good day.